Welcome everyone. Today we're here with Audrey Kaiser. Today is February 24th, 2021, and we're at the Independence Public Library. Audrey is one of two people who actually won prizes for their essays at this year's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award ceremony. And the essays were both so good that they had to award two prizes this year. So it was pretty incredible. I'm going to let Audrey read her essay for you.
The Importance of Racial Equality. On September 15, 1963, 4 young women were killed in a racial church bombing, and many others were harmed. Not just physically, they were also harmed mentally. That day changed the lives of everyone. People knew that racial discrimination was bad, but the bombing was like a reality check and made them actually understand how serious it was. Everyone is aware of who Martin Luther King Jr. is and what he stands for. A line in his I Have a Dream speech is, "I have a dream that one day my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin but by the content of their character." This message is really strong and powerful, but not everybody knows the meaning behind it. To me, the meaning of this line is that MLK has seen the discrimination to people with black skin, and he has also had a first-hand experience. What he is saying in this line is that he hopes that his children and children in the future never have to go through the horrid discrimination that he has had to go through. Even today, 56 years after Martin Luther gave his I Have a Dream speech, we still have not reached equality for everyone in the United States. A way we can achieve equality for everyone is we can stop treating black people like they don't belong here. Black people are a major part of the culture in the U.S. The first citizens on Earth were black. The white skin tone is a mutation that came to form over time and eventually took over most of the population. If you see someone of color being discriminated against, step in and help them, stand up for them. Evaluate the situation and figure out what the problem is, and if the person's sole purpose for being disrespectful towards that person is their skin color, then walk away. They have no reason to be disrespectful because of a person's skin tone. Now, you yourself, if you ever find yourself intentionally or accidentally discriminating against someone because of their race, then you need to stop and think about what you're doing and apologize to them for being insensitive. The reason having equality is so important is because how would you feel if you were in their shoes and you were the one who was experiencing being discriminated against? You would not enjoy it very much if your ancestors weren't enslaved and forced to do work because of your skin color. How would you feel if you were around when segregation was still a thing and you couldn't be in the same restaurant as a white person, or you couldn't be in the same school with a white person, all because of your skin color? I take it that you would not enjoy that at all. So why have we let this discrimination gone on for so long and we haven't changed anything? Take last year in May of 2020, the Black Lives Matter protest. The reason for the Black Lives Matter protest in 2020 is because they were sick and tired of police brutality and not getting justice. They were sick and tired of being discriminated against, and they were sick and tired of being afraid of being shot if they got pulled over. They were sick and tired of looking suspicious because of their skin color. I could write a million pages about how we need to fix racial discrimination and injustice to the ones harmed by it. I could write a million pages about how Martin Luther King Jr. had an amazing dream and an amazing idea of how the world should be. I could write a million pages about the Black Lives Matter movement and protest. I could write a million pages about how we fix this, and how it just takes being a decent human being to treat everyone equally and with respect. But the only way that it's going to change anything is if you do something about it, is if you change the point of view of others. The only way writing a million pages about racial discrimination and injustice will ever change anything is if you act with that information and is if you do something. So please stand up for others and don't be a part of the problem. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Martin Luther King Jr.
Thank you, Audrey.